All right. Good morning, Dr. Rhonda Thompson. I'm so excited to be here with you. My name is Cynthia Gallardo, and I'm your leading legacy lawyer. My goal is to make sure I help you protect and preserve your legacy. So we are here to celebrate the protection of Dr. Rhonda's legacy, and we're here to celebrate the registration of her trademark, Dr. Rhonda Thompson Life Skills and Self Mastery Coach, your logo. So before I show the masterpiece in just a moment, I do want to just give you the opportunity, Dr. Rhonda, to introduce yourself, your business, and basically what your legacy is. Okay, so I'll give you the opportunity at this point. Thank you so much for being here.
And thank you so much for having me, and thank you for your help. I am Dr. Rhonda Harris-Thompson. I am a life skills and self-mastery coach, also motivational speaker and author. And through my business, I like to support individuals, primarily women, with self-mastery tools so that they can become the best versions of themselves. I love what I do, and I'm so happy to have this trademark as part of my business.
Yes, thank you. And you definitely, I know you love what you do. I can just see it, the radiance, right, when you talk about this topic. So thank you so much. And once again, congratulations, because a trademark, having a registered trademark is truly a way to protect and preserve your legacy, right?
Yes.
So you want to commend you for taking that initiative to do that, because not everybody does. So you are one who has done that, and congrats to you. I really, really, really want to just say thank you for including me in the journey. And I just, have to send you a little bit of love out there. So I'm going to just send you some virtual love as we do that. Once again, congrats to you. All right. So I do want to just for a moment, I just want to show the highlight here. I want to share the screen. And if we do that, you'll see on the screen, Dr. Rhonda, it says congratulations to Dr. Rhonda Thompson, and you'll see your logo there. So the cool thing with this, and also the certificate of registration, the great thing with this, Dr. Rhonda, is that you'll be able to, as you can see the R there with the circle, the registration, you can now transition into, instead of using the TM for the trademark, you can do the R with the circle at this point. So once again, that's a huge, significant step in your journey to protect and preserve that legacy. So I just wanted to share that with you and the world out there, that you are at this point protected from that perspective. So congrats. That's a great piece there to be able to share. And I'll show it another time before we end today's discussion here.
Okay.
But I'd like to get your viewpoint on the word legacy, right? Because we hear that a lot. But what does that mean to you, Dr. Rhonda, the word legacy? How would you define legacy?
Very good question. So legacy is really important to me. So even before my business, I understood that legacy meant a model. Now that can be a model that's going to create a ripple effect, or is to create something very positive in terms of follow on by individuals. So I had this thought about, I was planning for 3 generations with my family. So with my family planning, I always talk about being intentional about our legacy. And I brought that into my business in terms of how I wanted to be represented. For my family, I wanted to make sure that my children understood our foundation is decency, respect, and excellence. And I wanted to make sure I transfer my legacy and what I wanted my business to represent, and ensuring that same excellence, and then making sure that anything that I put out, it's classy, because that's me, because I am my first brand ambassador, and wanted to ensure that anything that I'm using to represent me reflected that as well.
Fantastic. I love that concept and that definition you have. And it's so true. The words you use are very encouraging, right? As far as that decency, the respect, the excellence, and of course the classy. I know you, and you're definitely very classy. So you are great brand, from your own brand. You definitely exude that. So fantastic job. I appreciate you sharing that with us. And I know your family also can share that with pride as well as part of their legacy. So that's amazing. And as we know, legacy is about the past, the present, what you're doing now, and then also the future. So I'd love to hear from you. What are your current plans and also your future plans, right? What do you have in store for us in 2025 as we move into it?
Right, right. Listen, this past year has been very busy. So, in terms of what I've been doing to establish that legacy, and I know we've got, business folks who've been doing this for many years. I'm a little bit on the newer side of it, but just ensuring that I participated in some really wonderful speaking platforms like LET. I met you through LET,
Yeah.
and then, I'm an author of 2 books. I've established a signature program for college women. I have another one that I'll be moving and talking to you about in a minute. But just making sure that I speak on some podcasts, that I have a presence on social media. I love to do my tea time on social media where I provide some advice about those self mastery tools that I like to impart on my clients. But for my future, I'll continue to do some of those things. Get on some major, bigger platforms in terms of speaking. I have some other books. I always have book ideas. So I'll be doing some more books and then creating another signature program that focuses on relationships and interaction. I've been getting this question quite a bit over the past few years. One that focuses on those ladies who are married, divorced, or dating, and getting some wonderful tools to navigate this new dating scene that I hear about. I've not been on it very much because I've been married for 24 years. So and I like to make sure that we are covering things that help people to grow and develop and be happy. Isn't that what we're trying to do, out here, whether it's through relationships, business, things for our family? We're just trying to live a great life and be happy. And I want to help people do that. So those are some things that I would like to do moving forward.
Well, that's amazing. Amazing. You definitely are keeping very busy, Dr. Rhonda. So I want to congratulate you with that signature program helping college women. I know it's very needed, so you're definitely filling in where there's a need. So I do commend you for that. And then also, I'm so excited to see the next chapter, right? The next phase, literally in your next book. And then also with this, the relationships, right? How you talk about relationships, because I agree with you. Life is all about relationships, and I like the way you're focusing on that in the marriage, dating, and then also in, of course, if it has to come to that divorce, right? How to manage through those things. So that's very nice that you're doing that. I know you'll touch so many people in positive ways, just like you do now. So keep up the great work. I definitely will. I see you. I always tell, those I work with, I see you. I see the amazing things that you're doing. So great job to you. I appreciate you sharing that with me here. And now, so now that we know a little bit about your past, the present, what you're doing now, and then future goals, if somebody were to want to contact you, right? They say, I just need to reach out to Dr. Rhonda Thompson. I have a student of mine, let's say a daughter of mine who's going to college. I really need her to help. How can they contact you?
Certainly. So they can reach me or find me on social media at HT_Masteries on IG, and for Facebook it's Dr. Rhonda Harris-Thompson. And they can also visit my website, see a little bit about what I do, and contact me on my website at htmasteries.com.
Yes, and you do have an amazing website. So awesome. Great for that. And I do appreciate you sharing that. And I'll make sure we also note it in the transcript when we share the information with others. Okay.
Wonderful.
I'm a big believer, and we definitely want to commend others and share the positives that others bring into this world. So thank you for all the positivity you share with us, Dr. Rhonda Thompson. It's been a pleasure to work with you. I can assure you that 100%. So I'd like to hear from you. What are the top 3 gems that you've learned through your legacy journey that you'd like to share with others today?
Okay, wonderful. So the first one I would say is that legacy matters. You don't want to think of it as something light or, to just kind of move through it and not be intentional about it. So when we're intentional about legacy, we want to make sure that it is sound, that it represents those core values that we have. And then that legacy, we can think about it as a motivational tool. If you know that you're establishing your legacy, it motivates you to set those positive goals and to also set a timeline so that you can complete those goals.
Very nice. I love that. So, just to kind of recap that, I love the statement legacy matters because it truly does, right? And being
Yes.
intentional about your legacy, because if you're not intentional, somebody will create that legacy for you and they may not be
Sure.
the one you want created for you. So, very intentional in what you do. I love that. And then also, I 100% agree with you. It can be a motivation when you talk about legacy. So, that's fantastic. I love those three gems. And I know
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I had one more. I kind of
yeah,
roll right in there.
so I get excited here. Go ahead, Doctor.
I wanted to add that you can always ask for help. You have knowledgeable, seasoned people who can help you avoid some of those pitfalls. And so when you connect yourself to other, platforms and other leaders, use that knowledge and don't be an island where you think you can just do everything on your own. It's great to be independent, but sometimes we need a little help because the last piece of what I mentioned is just persistence. Persistence matters, but you want to and not compare ourselves to other people and other people's businesses. We all have a personal path and a personal pace. So when you find your pace, be steady about it. And we don't want to, get discouraged because someone else's pace is quicker or they're achieving things, at a faster rate. That's for them. That's for their lane. And so I'm very comfortable about being in my lane and then, trying to stay on the path, be comfortable and continue to meet my goals.
I love that, Dr. Ron. I'm so glad you added those in because always asking for help if you need it, right? Because we think we have to be these superheroes, and it's great to be a superhero, but sometimes even superheroes need help. So it's okay to ask for help and asking the right individuals, individuals who've been there and done that and are willing to help, such as yourself. That's why you do what you do, and we can definitely, like I said, hear and sense that passion in you, and also that persistence matters. I love that concept as well. And also, I'm just visualizing, right, when you talk about personal path and your personal pace. I was thinking when I used to run in 10Ks, and I'm thinking if I compared myself to everybody out there, I would never have finished the race, right? You have to stay in your own personal pace and position. So thank you for sharing that. Very encouraging words for us and with us. So thank you. And I will, like I said, I'm really going to make sure we share this in the transcript and then also share this with the world out there because these are amazing thoughts that you've shared with me today. The other thing, I would be remiss if I didn't go back to something you mentioned about how we connected, right? Life is all about the relationships, connections that we make. And I'm so grateful to Sean Fair through the Leadership Experience Tour that we were able to make that connection. And that's been, many years ago. And here we are today, still working together. So
Yes.
I'm so excited. And I know our paths will continue to cross. And I look forward to that as well. So before we close out today, I just wanted to put the ball in your court. Are there any closing thoughts that you wanted to share with the audience, with the world today before we close?
Well, I would like to say working with you has been a pleasure as well. So even when I said, asking for help, sometimes, you've got to figure out if, that help is what you need or if, that working relationship doesn't work all that well. So it has been wonderful working with you. You've made this process very comfortable for me. I didn't feel nervous about it. You kept the updates coming. And so I think that you are great at what you do. And I really appreciate you helping me. And we'll certainly be working together again.
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to me. I appreciate that, Dr. Rhonda. So I do want to share before we close out once again, because I believe strongly in the concept that Stephen Covey would say in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Begin with the end in mind, and that's what we did with you, Dr. Rhonda. I don't know if you remember that. I showed you the TM and then the R, and this is where we are now with the R, the registered logo, Rhonda H. Thompson, Life Skills and Self-Mastery Coach. And I know you are an expert in that field, so I encourage anyone out there who needs assistance with that, please reach out to Dr. Rhonda H. Thompson, and I can assure you 100% she will be able to assist you. So thank you, Dr. Rhonda, for being here with me today as part of this journey, right? Always protecting and preserving your legacy. And I just want to say 100% you are a true legacypreneur. As I say, that's part of my brand as well, Legacypreneur. You are an entrepreneur plus legacy equals a legacypreneur. So congrats to you for that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And once again, a pleasure working with you. And I'll close out by just saying thank you so so much, Dr. Rhonda Thompson, for believing in me, trusting in me. And once again, congrats to you for this amazing, amazing, just where we are now, right? This endpoint. You had this registration of your legacy. And so I'll close out now as Cynthia Gallardo, your leading legacy lawyer. Thank you so much, Dr. Rhonda H. Thompson.
Wonderful. Have a good day.